The Uniform is the second episode of the first season of the Doris Day Show, and this is an absolutely adorable episode. And it actually focuses on the children, which the first episode kind of did, but I was really delighted to see that it actually took us inside the school. We had a different set to what we had in the first episode. It definitely gives me high hopes that this show is not going to be just set within the house, which if it was, I'd still enjoy it, but it's nice to have a bit of variety. This episode originally aired in October 1968. It's directed by Bilson, and it's all about little Toby, and Toby is played by Todd Starke, and Toby lies to his mother because his brother Billy, played by Philip Brown, has made the Little League, and his mother and his grandfather are showering Billy with praise, and Toby is feeling a little bit left out and a little bit jealous of this. So he reels off this string of things that he's recently achieved, all of which are very credible, fantastic things for him to achieve, and then he announces that he's made the choir. But it's transpired pretty quickly that he hasn't actually had his audition for the choir yet. And when he does audition for the choir, things don't necessarily go to plan. And it's all about the guilt of telling this lie eating away at him, and him not quite knowing what the right thing to do is. And every time he thinks maybe he should just tell his mother the truth, something happens that snatches that confidence away from him. And it's so heart-melting, because you can tell that Toby didn't mean to tell the lie. He didn't mean to tell his mother this lie and then for it to kind of snowball and get out of control. He just wanted some attention and some affection. And what I love about Doris, as in the character of Doris Martin, is that she is, so far, I'm getting an understanding that she's playing a mother who is an ideal mother. She knows how to treat her children fairly, she knows how to respond to these situations, and this is definitely very clear as this episode progresses. I got the impression that this was the case with the first episode, and with the Uniform, I can see her handling these situations very effectively, very admirably. And I don't know if that's always going to be the case. I expect there may be some episodes along the way where she maybe slips up and isn't a perfect parent, because let's face it, there is no such thing. But she's certainly exemplary, and I love her performance. There is, of course, a song in this. Would it be a Doris Day show without a song? I doubt it. I found it to be very, very sweet. Toby as a character is so likeable, and so is Billy as well, of course. And I really enjoyed Denver Pyle as Buck Webb. Absolutely brilliant character, of course. And Doris Day, I love her, and nothing could ever change that. But this show, even though I'm only a couple of episodes in, is exactly the kind of show that I need in my life. And Doris Martin, the character, is exactly the kind of character I need. Doris Day gave a wonderful performance. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. She gives a very natural performance, which goes without saying. There was one particular moment that stood out for me where she runs up the stairs, and there was just something so fluid about her movement, something that felt so natural. And that sounds like a really obvious thing, but there are times where I've seen people go upstairs in films or TV shows, and there's just something about the act of going upstairs that seems quite unnatural. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's kind of like when somebody tells you to concentrate on your walking, you suddenly forget how to walk properly. I feel like it's probably something kind of similar. I don't know. It's a weird thing that stood out to me. I don't know why exactly it stood out, but it did. Really enjoyed the Uniform. It's such a sweet episode. Really, I'm having a lot of fun getting to know Doris Martin as a character. I'm really glad that there are a lot of episodes of this, because I love Doris Day, and when I finished watching all of her films, I was a little bit heartbroken. And then, after a lot of hunting and trying to find this DVD, the box set, for what was not a completely ridiculous price, it was a US import, I realised I had a lot more Doris Day in store for me. Really looking forward to watching the rest of this first season, and then the other 4 seasons. The Uniform, as the second episode, definitely suggests that this show is going in a really beautiful direction.